We ended up meeting Friskies a while ago now. Started to talk about how we can do innovative stuff together and build case studies for how brands can work with creators like ourselves, and it resulted in Cats React to Viral Videos, which was our April Fool's Day video for this year.
That went so well.
Yeah, and it satirized our popular Kids React format. Went over so well. It did multi-millions of views and hundreds of thousands of engaged comments and things.
So we were excited to keep the conversation going because, Friskies loved the video and wanted to do more, and it was kind of a perfect opportunity to be able to do the Friskies right afterwards because it was coming up. And we had just great ideas that we were already going back and forth on that we could be doing great content together.
Had any of you met Grumpy Cat before?
Not till...
Before this?
Yeah.
No.
Met her last night for the first time. Was a moment. Moment.
Got to film something with Grumpy Cat, and it was just, that was insane.
And you gotta love it that, like, we're up there with all these other YouTube stars, but when Grumpy Cat comes out, it's like...
That's when it brings the house down. Because, we just had one of our employees say that people freak out when, the internet comes and you meet the internet. And Grumpy Cat is, the essence of the internet and why we all love it and we're excited by it. And she's there, and you don't know what to do. But yeah, we're insanely excited.
For us, it's a very traditional route. There was no YouTube when we started. We've been doing this online for over a decade.
Yeah.
And we were in high school in film festivals making feature films and thinking that was how we were going to break through because that's what we wanted to do.
We were in film festivals and thought that was the route.
We saw very quickly that route for two guys that grew up Orthodox Jews in Brooklyn that knew no one was never going to make it in the film festival circuit. It took us a little bit. He started going to film school, and we decided the internet is going to become the new film festival. And we thought, we'll get an audience there and go out to traditional, and instead we're there so early that we ended up pioneering this entire space, and now we're independent, creating a dozen different shows on our own with a staff of 13 and an entire production company. We're not the Fine Bros anymore, we're Fine Brothers Entertainment, even with a show in production for Nickelodeon on TV right now. So we're kind of in the reverse track, going back to where we thought we were going to be because it didn't exist, and we didn't know we were pioneering it, but here we are all these years later at a place like VidCon. And it's pretty humbling and incredible that we did it and built it ourselves with all of our peers.
And it's all because it's really these fans out here. It's the only reason. It's the only reason any of this even happened. We made stuff. There they go, streaming. We made stuff, and it was there. They decided to watch. They decided to come back. They literally showed everybody that there was something possible that nobody thought was possible. Everybody thought, no, there's some executive somewhere that needs to specifically come up with an idea of what they think the people want. And it's no, it became people like us just starting throwing it out to the world, and then the fans deciding what should be popular, what should be the things that we all make. And we wouldn't be here with 18,000 people screaming their heads off if it wasn't for them, yeah.
I think what we always say is keep watching, and we are firm believers in you're helping us have a whole company and a business. We're going to keep making more and more content and series as long as you're still there. We will give back to you by making more content. Thank you.
Oh, stop it. Thank you.
Primarily, yeah. Our primary distribution for all of our shows is currently on YouTube.
But right now, first TV show with Nickelodeon. We have a first season with Nickelodeon.
In production now.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly when it's going to air yet, but we're in the middle of production.
We're shooting.
Now. Production will wrap sometime in July or August. That came about from, building this gigantic property online that is Kids React and its spin-offs.
We basically were trying over time. People were production companies and networks were interested in it over the years. We've had some partners that we were trying to do stuff with, didn't work out. Then we ended up meeting up with Incredible, which is Nick Cannon's production company. And
he believed in it.
He believed in it. He understands the internet. He loves the content there. He loves the people there. He knows that it's not just about keeping them on the internet. He's been bringing people onto his shows all the time. So we kind of came together and figured out who and where should we be bringing this. He felt, let me bring this to Nickelodeon with you guys. And we got a show. He knew what to do with it, and we were excited, and great partnership.
It will be called React to That.
It's inspired by the React shows online.
We have 12 episodes in the first season.
Yeah. Well, the idea is that it's all, there's various things, but it's all based on, it's clip-based. So the idea of more seasons and everything is just based on getting more clips. So yes, and the internet provides you more clips no matter what you do. So I think we could go on forever. I think that's we've just come to an understanding of like the pulse, right? It's like, what is the zeitgeist? What is culturally relevant? Hitting things as they happen quickly is obviously one of the secret sauces. If something's going very viral or something's in the news, so, getting just all of a sudden 10 million views on YouTube, you want to try to cover that because that's here and now. But then some stuff surprises us, which is we've done the very silly and fun and random videos, and then we end up, because the way that we are, we want to use that for good in a bigger way. And so when we've done things like teens react to cyberbullying, when we've done kids react to gay marriage, those are episodes that we actually have no clue how people are going to respond to. We don't know, we're a little afraid because we're trying to do something that we don't know if people are going to be embracing that. And then some of those episodes are the ones that it's amazing when those goes worldwide, like getting covered on national news around the world, and those are some of the most viewed things that we've even done.
Yeah.
But any other secret sauce?
I think it's just adapting with what's happening online and creating content around what people are talking about, specific for the React shows. But we do a lot of things that have gone pretty viral as well, and it's just, I don't know, we just know
a lot of research.
We understand how to create things for the web audience that typically those starts with knowing there is already an audience that wants that type of content that is underserved in some way by traditional media.
We lucked out, and we literally from
childhood
we're best friends, and never I owe it to him to actually, he's the older brother, he let me hang out with all of his friends, and I think a lot of older brothers just go, oh God, no. And for me, it was just automatic, like I could hang out with all of them. So from the beginning, it was very easy to hang out, and from working together now, I think what's worked is that we complement each other's skills. So what he's amazing at, I'm not as good at. What I'm amazing at, he's not that good at. And so we are able to fully not push back on each other. And we have the same sense of humor.
Yep.
We love all the same shows and movies. It's really just...
It's really weird in a way because we don't have any different interests.
No.
We have identical interests in every facet
If one of us
our
finds
life.
something else, we just are like,
you need
you're
to watch
gonna
this,
love
you're going to love it. Oh,
Yeah.
And then we always do.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I know. People hate us for it. Hate us.
I mean, I think it's twofold. Do you want to take it or no?
Well, I guess it's React and then something else.
Correct. I think when it comes to React, we want people to take away to be yourself and have an opinion and discuss things.
Be proud about it.
You should embrace what you really believe, even if it is against what friends believe, etc. Having your own voice, having your own thoughts, and not just being like, who cares? Think about everything that you like. Think about everything that people are doing and actually challenge yourself to be self-reflective and think more and have opinions about things. And that's kind of what the React environment is all about.
You have everything out. I'm trying to think of how to...
The other side of it, I think, is that, what you love, you should be doing. And I think that anyone that is doing YouTube did this on their own. And technology is to a point where you can grab a camera and do it if that's what you want to do. And there's no reason not to try. Because the tools are there, why not embrace it? Maybe it'll work out, or if not, you're still out. What a great hobby that you can involve so many people with in a whole new way. This never existed. I say we've been doing this for 10 years, and it's like, what? Because none of this was even here 10 years ago. So imagine in 10 more years what it's going to become and how cool it's going to be. And you might as well start doing it now, whether it's for fun or for a career.
So just a quick update. The escort for the panel is going to be here in just a minute.
Okay. Any what video?
Yeah, I mean, part of our the whole collaboration with Friskies is that we're going to be doing Kids React episodes to the finalists of the entire award show. So there will be the idea that we have covered the keyboard cats and the grumpy cats. So the whole idea is that now we're going to be finding the new
next one.
cat celebrities
see
out
what
there.
Kids think of them.
Yeah, and let's see who they want to win. We don't know who will win, but it'll be. I know that the kids will love it. They're gonna absolutely. Well, actually, any generation who doesn't love cat videos. All right, and we also have this one. That's fine. Yeah.
you need to do it because you love it. Don't do it to become famous. I think that, you know, even for us, it was a huge struggle. It took about 7 years for us to be able to do this without needing to be working for other companies. So it took a very long time, and it's even harder now, even though it was always so hard because there's so many people. So it is like the two sides are: don't do it because you need to be doing it without views, and otherwise, what do you do? It's not going to come right away. And second is the thing you might really want to do might not be the thing to start with, because it might not be the thing that's going to build an audience and brand for yourself to then want to watch the thing you're most passionate for. If we had made some of the more long-form things that are not as viral without the other things around it, no one would have watched. So it is finding something you're passionate about that also is going to find an audience first, build up that base that now likes you, and then wants to support other things that you make.
And I'd say, you know, kind of look around YouTube and really try to understand, or online video in general, and what is working, how to, like, the people that they love watching and they want to become, like, you have to understand what it is. Like, just learn from everything that you're seeing. I think that's the same thing as when we grew up and we wanted to be like Kevin Smith. And, like, so we just studied his films, like, religiously to understand how everything works. Camera and writing and pacing and everything, editing. So I think that that's kind of the same kind of thing on YouTube. That's where you're going, and that's what you want to do, which we do say, don't just go for YouTube. Go to college, you know, literally also work in traditional media. Don't just intern for a internet company, intern also for a comedy club.
But do both. Don't ignore
both.
one or the other.
Yes, you never know where you're going to end up and where your passion is going to be and where your break is going to happen, and because that's something that, like, that's what we did. We did not put all of our eggs in one basket. We made sure that we were doing everything. To this day, we still, like, we're getting our hands in everything. We do make so many different types of shows, work with so many different types of companies. So a lot of people get stuck with thinking, I want to become a YouTube star, and that's what I got to do. I got to do everything just like that. And, like, I'm afraid for some people that I see, they're like 9 years old, and I see them vlogging, and I'm like, I hope they're going to, like, have other interests, because that might not work out. That might, you know, and not go to college, or I don't know. I'm afraid for some of them.